Coming up live at 7.
The Road to Siena Fest starts tomorrow. A spot to open at Siena Fest is on the line with Musical Mayhem.
And this past weekend, Siena's Black Student Union hosted their annual expose. We'll show you the sights and sounds from this year's event.
Plus, housing continues to be a pressing issue on campus. SCTV's Gianni Barone finds out how the decisions are made.
Plus, spring has sprung here at Siena. Find out what the Garden Club is doing to kick off the plant growing season.
Also, clowns on campus, find out how Stage 3 did on their performance of Clown Bar.
And our very own Ashlyn Hunter takes us to the Fleet Special Collections Library here on campus. SCTV Live at 7 begins right now. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Joey DePretta.
And I'm Erin Pendergast.
With Siena Fest on the horizon, Siena's Student Events Board is looking for a student opener for the concert.
This Thursday is Siena's annual Musical Mayhem. The competition will feature many talented student artists and groups. All are hoping to perform in front of the Siena Fest crowd. The event will take place in SSU 240 at 8 p.m. and will have free food. Don't miss it.
Siena's Black Student Union hosted their annual expose Saturday night.
The Expose is a multicultural talent show that highlights diversity on campus.
This year's event featured poetry, music, and various dance groups. The expose also reminded students about the importance of events like this.
We understand that there's some room for growth in that particular area with diversity, so I think it shows that Siena is willing to still celebrate it and kind of help emphasize and help people learn about new cultures, and I feel like that's what we see here. Every single event we do, Fall Fusion and Expose, every single time they're absolutely filled, and we kind of saw that again tonight.
The Black Student Union will continue to host their expose as the crowd continues to turn out year after year.
Siena College Stage 3 performed Clown Bar in Foy Hall this past weekend.
Stage 3 showcased a hilariously twisted performance that combines the ridiculous world of clowns with the gritty world of crime noir. The New York Times described the script as unabashedly silly but also shrewd. Attendees were provided with drinks, snacks, and a clown nose as well.
Since 1999, the Standish Library has been an essential part of the academic success here at Siena College.
However, the library has a hidden gem that often goes overlooked. Our very own Ashlyn Hunter tells us more about the Fleet Special Collections Center.
Outside the Standish Library, a place no doubt familiar to students here at Siena. Still, one unassuming room on the second floor has much to be discovered. The Fleet Special Collections Center, right across from the stairwell on the second floor of the library, is home to hundreds of different books, documents, and other materials that require special care. The Fleet Special Collections Room is open to anyone on campus. Still, most students have no idea it exists unless they visited it on a class outing. SCTV sat down with Special Collections librarian Sean Conley to see how this unique fixture fits into the Siena campus community.
I think it means an awful lot. One of the things that Siena really prides itself on is being a teaching institution. And I really see Special Collections as being another teaching tool.
The collection contains a handwritten papal document from the 13th century, a recreation of Mary Shelley's original Frankenstein manuscript, and even saintly relics. During our time visiting the Special Collections Room, librarian Sean Conley was gracious enough to walk us through some of the collection's most prized documents.
This is a handwritten prayer book. It comes from the Tuscany region of Italy, and it was presented to us by the Vatican when the friary was first dedicated back in 1950. And you can see the inscription on the outer cover here. And though the Vatican nor Siena can ever actually prove it, there is a better than average chance that this breviary may have actually been owned by Saint Bernardine, who was one of the patron saints of the college.
This may seem like an SCTV exclusive, but like I said before, any Siena student is welcome to view the items in the collection. All they have to do is make an appointment on the Special Collections page of the library website. That's all for me here. Back to Joey and Erin in the studio.
Thanks, Ashlyn. The Senior Thea Bowman Center for Women held a women-owned business fair. The event gave students an opportunity to relax, enjoy some retail shopping, and make new contacts.
The business fair was started by senior Emma Schneizek. The fair was designed to connect campus with the local community. Siena welcomed nearby female entrepreneurs to network with and act as sources of inspiration for Saints. There were over 30 vendors in the Maloney Great Room. Attendees also took part in some jewelry and cosmetic shopping.
Last night, the Plasman Hall CA staff held their big building-wide event in the Plasman Lounge.
Saints were treated to a night of music, mocktails, and alcohol education. There was food for all those in attendance, and drinks were first come, first serve. While learning more about alcohol use and consumption, students took part in several fun games and activities.
Yesterday, the Damietta Cross-Cultural Center hosted Cafe Damietta Family Edition.
This event consisted of Siena students starting a conversation about how family dynamics affect values, beliefs, and personal growth. This event was created to help students navigate their identities. Are you worried about housing on campus?
SCTV's Gianni Barone spoke with the people who make the important decisions.
Securing housing for Siena students can be stressful, but the Siena housing staff want to ease your fears as we enter the housing selection process. Siena students have either just started or are about to start choosing their housing for the upcoming year. With priority numbers assigned, many are feeling the pressure to find the right dorm or townhouse, which can be overwhelming. Siena's priority system has organized the procedure and consolidated it into a 1-month period compared to the previous 2-month process, says resident director Danielle Castellano. The wide variety of dorm and townhouse options each have their own perks and downfalls. With new renovations being done along with other factors like finding roommates, the process can be daunting. SCTV spoke with Siena's Director of Community Living, Amelia Hoffman, and Resident Director of Hennepin and Ryan Hall, Danielle Castellano, about their tools to help ease these anxieties.
I understand it can be a really stressful time when it comes to thinking about the future and where you're going to live. So we host everything from regular information sessions to we have a really active social media campaign that pushes out notifications to students, primarily via Instagram. We also have a housing selection website that is full of a lot of really great resources.
If you're feeling confused or stressed about housing, the best person to talk to would be your CA and your residence directors. We know how to do the process. We're happy to connect you with some students that may be looking for roommates or also just looking for ways to get involved on campus.
This week, other upperclassmen dorms will be chosen and more hard decisions will be made. Siena housing staff encourages students to come to them with any questions you may have. Reporting live for SCTV, I'm Giancarlo Barone. Back to you.
Thanks, Gianni. The Siena International Students Association will be going on a trip to New York City.
The trip will be held on April 17th, and students will have the advantage to travel to landmarks such as Bryant Park. Students will pay a $10 fee in order to go on the trip. If you plan on attending, fill out the Google form or email isa@siena.edu. Spring has sprung, and to celebrate, the Siena College Garden Club is kicking off the plant growing season.
Students began the spring season in the newly built Noble Hall by planting tomato, parsley, dill, and basil plants to add to their garden. Students are expecting their plants to be fully grown by the end of the semester. The Siena College History Club is hosting a Historical Mysteries event.
3 officers from the club will talk about mysteries of history, covering the disappearances of historical documents and people such as Amelia Earhart. This event will be held on Friday at 7 in the Siena Hall 308. Students have the opportunity to pie a senator this Friday.
The Student Senate is hosting this event at Nigro Plaza. Students have the option to pie any of the 13 senators. Prices range from $1 to $4 depending on the toppings. All proceeds will be donated to the ARC, a nonprofit organization in Albany. Still to come, a local middle school teacher is facing charges. Find out what for.
Plus, we'll take a closer look at 2 local fires that have broken out in our area.
And here is a look at the closing numbers from Wall Street. All major indexes finish in the red, snapping a 3-day winning streak on Wall Street.